the former congresswoman and her husband met with gun owners and those affected by gun violence.
While drinking on the street is against the law in North Carolina, enjoying a cold one here on the trolley pump is perfectly legal.
Now, as we head into spring, more people will be taking advantage of the trails out here, but Animal Control warns that as the temperature rises, so does the number of wild animals you'll likely see.
Pete Moses avoided the death penalty by pleading guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Those budget cuts forced some drug courts to shut down. Others, like the one here at the Wake County Courthouse, survived from local funding and downsizing. But bringing back that state funding could call for a bigger and better program.
Farmingtown Road still closed at this hour as the investigation into the shooting continues.
And there's still plenty of room in these pools. Organizers say that in the next 10 years, they hope to make this one of the biggest meets in the country.
So go. With this quarterback and everything, I think it's going to be a good turnaround.
He's a very grounded young man.
Second example, 10. You can already see that we're going to need +2 signs. I think it'll be a while before we get another Gerard Neal at Fairmont High School.
We encourage people to come out and watch the show and see what the arts can do for the student and the community itself.
Pieces of Gold is an annual performing arts program that we host here in Raleigh, but it's for students and schools all across Wake County.
Shop Local Raleigh surveyed 13 independent retailers, including Logan's, and found more than half of their sales stay in the local economy, compared to chain stores where just 13.6% are kept in the community.
With that participation, we were able to compare the national stores, what their same criteria and model was.
The results of the study reflect more than just numbers. They show that shopping local isn't just a trend, it's become a lifestyle.
So go. A disappointing season last year, but with this quarterback and everything, I think it's going to be a good turnaround.
He's a very grounded young man.
Second example, 10. You can already see that we're going to need +2 signs. I think it'll be a while before we get another Gerard Neal at Fairmont High School.
I hate to see you go, boy.
Everybody knows Gerard Neal's name, from the quarterback of the football team to the point guard of the basketball team to just an all-around great student, great leader.
He may be small of stature, but make no mistake, Gerard Neal is the big man on campus at Fairmont High. He's rewritten the school's regular season record book, completing 199 of 349 passes for over 3,300 yards and 44 touchdowns.
You got that Fairmont spirit!
Gerard can spin it with the best of them. I mean, when it comes out of his hand, I think he can spin a brick sometimes. I like to compare him to Russell Wilson. You know, he's a little undersized, but he makes plays. He makes things happen when he's on the field.
On the court, too. But Gerard is not a guy who lets his mouth do the talking.
He had this way of just looking, and that look, it was just a look that says almost 1,000 words. So we figured out right quick that look was what was way that Rod Lee. If he was disappointed in something, the way you ran a play or what you did, it showed in his face. And then immediately it was corrected.
Whenever the ride's there, it's kind of like I just look at them and tell them they know that we got to pick it up.
And that competitiveness extends into the classroom.
What is my relationship between cosine and secant? We have competitions in pre-calculus, and if his name's not in the top 3, then he becomes pretty upset.
Senior Beta Club member and top 15% of his class. From a young man whose home is in the projects.
Gerard hasn't had the best situation growing up.
His parents were in their teens when he came along and have never lived together under the same roof.
Rod is not letting that hinder him at all. Rod is a person who wants to not bring up himself, but bring up his whole family.
I think he's the example that there is hope, and if you have a dream out there, there's hope to overcome whatever it is you come from.
My mom raised me by herself, and my dad, he was around, but they weren't together, so it was just my mom and my grandma. So they raised me and taught me everything I know now.
He wrote a little article the other day, and he mentioned how, sometimes how his mother struggled, and his goal is to eliminate that struggle.
Ready? Hey, wait a sec.
Hey, how about giving me a chance to do something I never did in high school? And by the way, for your accomplishments on the field and on the court and in the classroom and in the community, you are our News 14 Carolina Time Warner Cable Scholar Athlete of the Week.
But they're not releasing any other details about the victims' identities. What's left of this torched home near Anger looks like a scene straight out of a bad movie. Unfortunately, it's a harsh reality Jeff Moore, a friend of the victims, is now dealing with. He says the fire killed elderly homeowner Leon Johnson and his live-in girlfriend Sharon.
Well, you just don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. It's bad. I hate for anybody to have to go like this.
The Johnston County Sheriff's Office reports it's unclear what caused the early morning fire and where the flames first began inside the home on County Line Road. But authorities say it does not appear to be suspicious.
Hurt my heart.
Painful for friends to watch.
Yeah, they didn't never meet a stranger. Because, you know, like, if you got a good heart, people can tell it.
All Saturday morning, crews monitored the scene and put out hot spots. The skeleton that remains of this home leaves Moore and other friends with heavy hearts.
Boxing is not really, you know, the end-all, be-all. It's the thing that gets kids in the door. I mean, it's the creative hook.
And that hook, or jab, or uppercut, is working at Haven House Services in Raleigh. The organization's second round program uses boxing to teach at-risk kids control, respect, and responsibility.
Both in
Right now, we're just kind of worried about saving what we can save.
and outside homes.
There's been some water in these crawl spaces. It's mostly dissipated now.
Crews are assessing the damage left behind from Sunday's massive flooding.
My roommate and I don't have anywhere to go, so I don't know what we're going to do.
At Camelot Village and Booker Creek apartments alone, nearly 100 units were condemned, leaving folks like Dwayne Haynes without a place to live.
I just packed everything up. It's all gone. I don't know what to do.
Jed Robb saw the floodwaters rise so high they swept away a shed.
I would say it was probably moving at 10 miles an hour, which for water is very fast.
And his neighbors got it all on camera.
It's the dumpster way down there, which used to be considerably closer and not stuck up the side of a tree.
And over at the Brookwood condominiums, the concern was vehicle damage. The waters were so high and rushing so fast, they swept cars into trees.
A man actually did get washed away with it, and he was actually holding on to a tree through here.
Folks thankful to be alive, but with a long and emotional cleanup process ahead.
My head is up. I want to come back, and I will survive. Well, I will win.
And it's all this debris that was found inside of homes, which is causing those crews to condemn them. And last night, more than 24 people stayed inside emergency shelters, and we're told that they will remain open again tonight so that folks like Mr. Haynes, who you just heard from, have a place to stay. We're in Chapel Hill, Caroline Blair, News 14, Carolina.